I recently made a very late video talking about Climatic Queen, and maybe it's the idea of no school, but I'm on a roll. I just finished El Toro de Piedra and The Ruler, both insane episodes, and today let's talk about El Toro de Piedra and then see how it fits in with everything else. So, let's get into it. Like most episodes of Season 6 so far, there are two main plot points in this episode: Adrien and Ivan. But before that, just for context, Kitty's section is planning on playing for the mayor and a bunch of other people in this episode, so just keep that in mind. The episode starts with Adrien seemingly moving, maybe? I think. From what's seen, Adrien and Nathalie are moving, and Adrien and Marinette decide to go through all of Adrien's boxes from over the years, which are each labeled with the year of his life they came from. Like, Adrien finds this little frog stuffed animal that Gabriel gave him when he was young, and that's when we get a bit of a crazy reveal. While Adrien goes to help Kitty's section, Marinette goes through his scrapbook/memory book from when he was 1, and out falls a mysterious letter from Gabriel. Panicking, Marinette goes to Nathalie, who was acting awfully suspicious and secretive in this episode, and the two read the letter. Basically, before Gabriel became good for a couple minutes before he died, he wrote a letter to Adrien planning to recruit him onto the evil team, I guess, and essentially make him the next Hawkmoth/Monarch, which is insane to think about by itself, not to mention Gabriel just going out and saying, yeah, you know you're missing mom? She's in her basement. Like, he just lays it all out for Adrien. An interestingly preoccupied Nathalie decides Adrien can never see the letter, and Marinette keeps it at her side hidden. On Ivan's side of the story, though, his dad is apparently a criminal named El Toro, who is known for stealing things and other bad stuff, probably. And his newest scheme is for him and Ivan to work together to steal the Mona Lisa for some reason. Right before doing it, though, Ivan decides not to, and instead leaves a letter for his dad saying, actually, no thank you. Also, apparently Ivan grew up with his grandma, and his dad just recently showed up, which doesn't matter anyway. Like, people can just have bad parents, but I guess the story had to make Ivan too cool for that. El Toro reads the letter, and his first thought is, man, why is my son kind of a sucky, coward little baby? And because of this, he's akumatized into El Toro de Piedra, who is just a massive metal bowl human who can turn people into massive metal bowls to do stuff. And as you might guess, El Toro de Piedra might just be after Ivan a little bit. Cut to the Kitty section performance for the mayor and the other people, where the whole band is freaking out because Ivan's gone because he's getting run over by a bull, and Luca, who is now living in Brazil for some reason and is performing over screen, keeps cutting out. We then get a really cute scene between Julika and Rose, where Rose encourages Julika to do the performance solo, since it is her song. So she does, and while she is singing a song that I want to say is bad, but also I absolutely love it, there's a montage where Ladybug, Cat Noir, and a now transformed Minotaurox take down El Toro de Piedra in about 30 seconds. I'm being so serious. The heroes then stop the police from arresting El Toro, the literal stealer, because with the power of friendship, he'll become good, I guess. So he just gets off the hook for robbery, so, you know, don't doubt yourself, go rob something. Anyway, Ivan apologizes to Kitty's section, they all hug, and Marinette considers showing Adrien the letter from Gabriel, but decides not to. And that's when it closes out, until this shows up. I'm telling you, the craziest of these after-end screen scenes did not have me screaming, collapsing like this one did. Basically, Nathalie is in a large room talking to what seems to be a large board of members that she's also included in. I'd say there's a leader, but it all seems pretty like they're all like the same level of importance. Well, you'll see what I mean. Nathalie is apparently the shadow of the diamond, whatever that means, and is getting mildly scolded for letting Marinette lie about what happened to Gabriel. Nathalie retaliates, saying she was unconscious, and then they start talking to a character called the Machine about how she messed up, meaning Nathalie isn't the only character in the show that's part of this otherworldly band of members. There's another. They all agree they have confidence that the Machine will succeed, and the scene ends with this weird-looking grain icon guy who seems to be leading the conversation, but he's just as equal as the rest, I'm assuming. He tells Nathalie that should she get the Miraculouses, she knows who to give them to. She then replies with, yes, father, and the episode ends. Yeah, I think this episode killed me at least 7 times. But let's talk about the two most important things, Adrien and Nathalie. Ivan's not there because his story was generally wrapped up in this episode with his father not going to jail. So let's start with Adrien. Adrien was sent a letter. We know he wouldn't join them, but he could throw his entire family relationship with Nathalie away, and that wouldn't be good, probably. On Nathalie's side, though, I think most people are likely thinking the same thing, or at least of the same character, the Supreme. The Supreme has been a mystery since the Miraculous World Paris movie, where he was this all-powerful entity that had full control over Shadybug and Clown Noir. I think the Supreme is from one of the universes, likely the one we see in the Miraculous Paris special, and that he is recruiting people to get our Miraculous universe's Miraculous to do something. We don't know though, but while for a moment I thought the Machine might be Mrs. Tsurugi, I don't think that's the case. I think it's Lila, or Cerise, or Chrysalis, all of them. Point is, I think both her and Nathalie are in hot water because Nathalie let Marinette lie to the world, and Chrysalis is failing to get the Miraculouses. And they don't mention any of the other leaders on this board of team, but I think Mrs. Tsurugi might might also be part of this somewhere. It's possible that's what her whole thing was with Gabriel. Gabriel never knew about the Supreme, or maybe he didn't care, but he had his thing and Mrs. Tsurugi had her own. Also, I don't know what to think about the Supreme being Nathalie's possible father, but for now I'm choosing to think that it's some kind of name for him, like my lord or my king. So yeah, that's a lot kinda, but I think that's about it for now. I hope you enjoyed, and if you haven't seen this episode, you totally should, just like you should totally subscribe and also like maybe. Thanks for watching. Love you all. Bye.